The meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV People Poll is brought to you by Total Imaging Solutions, the home of copiers. Fixed within 4 hours. Hurricane season is here, and the time to prepare is now. News Talk 710 KURV is your home for tropical coverage 2026. We'll bring you the latest information you'll need to help you prepare should a tropical storm or hurricane develop, with trusted resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, plus direct updates from local authorities. Be ready, be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2026 is powered by Lee's Pharmacy, Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and the Omar Ochoa Law Firm.
It's the premier regional event connecting homeowners with trusted businesses, the Texas Home Show, August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Burt Ogden Arena. KURV will be there to kick things off August 7th, 9 to 11 a.m. So join us, Burt Ogden Arena, for the Texas Home Show starting August 7th.
Broadcasting from the Valley's commercial and fleet headquarters studio at PayneAutoGroup.com. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. From the Radio United Broadcast Center, this is the Sergio Show. Talking about the news headlines and topics that affect you. And now, the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the program. I am Sergio Sanchez. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Freddie, you doing the whole... Yeah, so I can't pick my nose. See, that's a bad thing. I can't scratch my nose anymore. We're doing the online thing. Facebook, X, and YouTube. Show producer Fred Cruz. The WhatsApp connection for KURV. I don't like to say number because it didn't. Well, you could call, but again, don't call. We're not going to answer. It's a connection. You can send a message. 710 KURV WhatsApp 956-862-2482. 862-2482. Rather silly comments from President Trump. And don't get me wrong. I'm all in, man. Somebody asked me yesterday at lunch, so where are you on the Republican spectrum? Are you okay with Trump? And I'm completely okay with Trump. Trump ain't perfect. No one is perfect. Barack Hussein Obama, definitely not perfect. Bill Clinton, slick, he wasn't. There's no such thing as a perfect president. But I tell you what, Donald Trump advocates for my nation, my country, my culture. He wants to protect American history and institutions, be able to pass this on to our children. I'm all there. I'm there. I'm with Trump. Absolutely, I'm with Trump. I'm definitely MAGA in that concern. But every now and then he'll say something silly. President Trump is like talking out both sides of his mouth overnight. He's saying, "Oh, I'm a capitalist. I'm for the market. Oh, but oil's making too much money." Mr. President, yes, I know it. Exxon Mobil, Chevron, all these other companies are making money hand over fist because it's a supply and demand issue. And it's complicated because, Mr. President, yes, I understand why. You're trying to get rid of the bullies in the Middle East, the sponsors of terrorism in the Middle East, those responsible who have blood on their hands, not only killing Jews and killing Israelis, killing Americans, killing Westerners, killing anything that does not comply, does not line up with their crazy, suicidal version of Islam. It's time to get rid, and thank you, by the way, for getting rid of like 40 some odd mullahs. We can thank Israel for that because that was the bomb they dropped on the mullah compound, kill the Ayatollah, kill the mullahs, about 40 of them. They continue to kill top leadership in Iran. It's time to get rid of this bully. Iran, the Islamic radicals declared war on Iran. Don't forget that. This is not a new war. You guys got a belly aching and complaining out there. Well, I voted for Trump because I didn't want any new wars. This is not a new war. It is not. Pay attention to history. 1979, they declared war on us, and they kept killing. Killed all hundreds of our Marines in Iraq, in that engagement that George W. Bush threw us into. And Iraq killed 600, 700 service members. The Iranians did. Trained their radical proxies in Iraq to kill our service members. We knew it was them. So many reports. George W. Bush did nothing about that, absolutely nothing. And all the suicide attacks, the hijacked planes, the bombs inside buses blowing up, all these suicide attacks. Yeah, Iran, the mullahs, the radicals, the suicide culture, this hellish satanic version of this religion. Yeah, they declared war. They killed our friends, our fellow countrymen. They killed our, from Jews to Europeans to Americans. It's time. The president said it's time to get rid of them. They want a nuclear weapon. We're not going to allow them. Hell no, we're not going to allow them to have a nuclear weapon. That peace deal that President Barack Hussein Obama, the very imperfect peace deal that allowed Iranians to keep their nuclear program, and we discovered under Joe Biden. I'm just repeating to you everything that you need to remember on this. 2021, Joe Biden, under the Joe Biden administration, we found out that these cats in Iran had enriched up to 60% weapons grade, getting real close to weapons grade, up to 60% enrichment. And that's because you had inspectors going in there every now and then to check what's going on. We knew from the very beginning, the Iranians, the radicals, these wackos, suicide-minded wackos, wanted a nuclear bomb. They proved it. They were still working behind the scenes. They hide everything underneath mountains and hard-to-reach areas because that's the nefarious intent of these Iranians. President Trump said, hell no, absolutely not. You won't give up. We'll take it from you. We'll make sure you never get it. The bombs away, muchachos. I find it frustrating. Part of the news today, probably like you, that's frustrating. I think from the most part, people would say, just be done with it already. Turn the damn place into glass. I know a lot of people might get hurt, but I think Iranians are smart enough to stay away from bridges, power plants, and other sensitive sites. There's individuals who worked in there, part of the military, who probably are no longer with us, more than likely. But send them back to the Stone Age. Make sure that Iran, as a society, where the mullahs are trying to control, but they have nothing that they can control. Power and bridges and infrastructure and, if necessary, waterworks, water purification systems. Be done with it. Iran, the mullahs, those who are controlling that country, they must be brought to their knees. And yes, the Iranians still need to stand up and literally slit the throats of these radicals, get rid of them, and take control of this great culture, this great country, this great society that is Iran, great history, and seize control once and forever. The president said again, what I'm saying as far as my frustration, yet again, diplomacy, yet again, talks, yet again, the final chance. I want to give it one more chance. Again, this is your last chance. One more last chance. One more last chance. Yes. And I know why he's doing this. It's because you have people like from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, the neighbors, Jordan, and telling Mr. Trump, just give it a bit more time. One more time. Let's see if they're talking. You know, they bombed whoever's out there in the Straits of Hormuz with bombs or mines or small ships. They bombed another ship. It's smoldering right now. So anyway, whoever's talking and wants peace in Iran, I don't think it's going to happen. The bombs will fly again, and they'll just there is no end to this until those who are in leadership are done with. Time is 9:14. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Comments, concerns, whatever you'd like to say, you can send it this way. It's the WhatsApp connection. Write it out or send an audio message. The 710 KURV WhatsApp 956 862 2482. 956 862 2482. The Sergio Show on 710 KURV, made possible this hour by Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. times 919 on these Sergio Show. At least 7 states say that they have reported cyber attacks on their water systems. FBI providing that information. So the states include Michigan, Minnesota was in the news related to this a few days back. FBI saying that they are aware of these attacks and they're engaged to protect critical infrastructure by, like how? What, you're putting in new computers in there, putting in some software, some firewalls? The FBI did not provide details on this. So President Trump pushed back on the possibility that Iran was behind these attacks. And he pointed to the incompetence, President Trump saying the incompetence of Tim Walz in Minnesota. They haven't properly managed and protected their water systems. And yeah, there's likely a lot of truth to what he said. As vulnerable as a water system, think about it, as vulnerable as the water systems are, there's something that really doesn't come to mind for Minnesota, for Michigan, and at least 7 states. I bet you we have many systems. I suspect that we likely have several water systems in Texas that are vulnerable to a cyber attack. Turn the water off, or nightmare scenario. I would hate to think that any of these clowns that get access to water systems, open up the spigot and put something in there that shouldn't be in there, or just drain something, just really hurt the population. Yeah, this is a national priority, our water system. We need to make sure. I would hope, President Trump, it's on your radar. You can blame Tim Walz as much as you want, but I hope it's on the radar for people that should be working with water systems across the country. It's 9:21, the Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. This hour of the program is a service of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, ChamberlainLTD.com.
Later tonight, your Houston Astros host the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch at 7:10, powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and Newstalk 710 KURV.
Make the call today. I will give you, again, a cell number that you can call or text, the same number I've been giving you for years, for Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, precisely what you need at your businesses, at all those buildings that you manage, or those buildings that you own. You got to keep the water out. Water is super heavy. And if you do not have proper maintenance, or not, your folks, your property manager are not conducting proper maintenance of those roofing systems to make sure that they expel whatever heavy rain is being collected, make sure all the gutters, everything is working properly. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing can give you an expert report, an outfit that's been around for almost 130 years. Folks who cross-train, they know all the systems, all the best materials for efficient, effective commercial roofing systems. Again, for free, a professional report, an examination of what's taking place up there where you don't, out of sight of the mind. And if you were to look at your roofing system, you don't know what to look for. They do at Chamberlain. Let them do it for free. Give you an expert report on the condition of your roofing systems, all of them, all the buildings that you have, for free. This is how they meet people. So call them, set up that appointment today. 130 years, almost 130 years of experience, cross-training all their employees, cutting-edge roof installation, repair, and maintenance technology. Again, for free expert report on your roofing system, 956-655-6178.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Monica De La Cruz. Are you having difficulty getting answers from federal agencies? My office is here to help. Call us at 956-800-6069 to share your issue, and we will be in touch. Team De La Cruz is here to serve you. God bless. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congresswoman De La Cruz.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Covering the Valley and the entire world on the World Wide Web. Log on. KURV.com. News Talk 710 KURV.
Time is 9:24. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Happy birthday, all the gang over at the U.S. Coast Guard. It's their day today. And we'll celebrate with some cookies. Delicious cookies. Chocolate chip cookie day today. Astros baseball on 710 KURV. They're hosting the Blue Jays. And wow, they threw away. They left 13 men on base. Couldn't quite get the whole timely hitting last night. If just one hit would have beat the Blue Jays last night. So go Astros. Come on, boys. You need to keep on winning. 640 broadcast tonight on your station for Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. energy and aerospace. I just want to get your thoughts on where we are now. We were on a more basic cadence, or you bring in several millions of dollars, and you had several hundreds of kids. Now, we're going to need Vamos and anyone else that is in education to try to grow these programs quickly, because it's our kids that can get those high-paying, long-term career, lifetime jobs here in South Texas.
Yeah, great statement there. It's an educated workforce, which is going to continue to help us prosper, and our higher education, whether it's A&M, whether it's a UTRGV or community colleges, are continue to do an outstanding job. We see a large number of the students, recipients of our scholarships, to go to UTRGV, and obviously they sometimes go to others and return. So that's the interesting and neat thing about this, is that we see quite a bit of our students beginning to have interest to return to the Valley, and that is the goal. And with the industries you just mentioned, we definitely need to ensure that we give them a pathway, and these scholarships help them a lot. And as I said earlier, it follows them through their 4-year tenure at the university, in addition with a mentor. And that's a unique part of Vamos, where these mentors are aligned with these students, ensuring that they become aware of what the workforce is all about. Soft skills as well is a main point that we ensure that they're part of as they go through these programs.
Valley Alliance of Mentors for Opportunities and Scholarships, Vamos, an amazing, successful scholarship program for Valley kids, and they're celebrating their 30th anniversary at Bert Ogden Arena. A big dinner on a Saturday night, August 22nd. Be a part of it. Again, Sergio Contreras, he's with the board. My tocayo, tell them where to get information, where to sop up tables, where to donate some good things for the auction.
Thank you. Yes, please visit us at vamosscholars.org. Vamosscholars.org. That is where you will find the information. Or you can call us at area code 956-800-4085. Again, area code 956-800-4085. Just look up Vamos Scholars. We are there. We need your help. Students need your help. Thank you so much join us as we celebrate 30 years at Vamos.
Yeah, August 22nd, they'll be celebrating 30 years, and yes, awarding some of these kids their scholarships as well. That's Sergio Contreras with Vamos. That's the Valley Alliance of Mentors for Opportunities and Scholarships. Time is 9:32. Tuesday edition of the Sergio Show on 710 KURV. Remember a few days back, Freddie, we did a quick interview with a friend who stopped by the studio to tell us that Zig Ziglar, his son, would be in town to, have a powwow with some folks, talk about, how to better their strategies and organize their time, just be a better professional and parent and spouse and all that. Zig Ziglar's son, who you would think, if it's Zig Ziglar, his son should be named Zag, right? Zigzag? No, it's Tom Ziglar. Yeah, he's on standby. He should be joining us. I thought that was pretty good, Freddie. All right. Obviously not. It's 9:33, the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. This hour of the program, a service of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, ChamberlainLTD.com. We'll take a look at headlines up next.
Hurricane season is here, and the time to prepare is now. News Talk 710 KURV is your home for Tropical Coverage 2026. We'll bring you the latest information you'll need to help you prepare should a tropical storm or hurricane develop, with trusted resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, plus direct updates from local authorities. Be ready, be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2026 is powered by Lee's Pharmacy, Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and the Omar Ochoa Law Firm.
Freedom is calling, and the savings are bigger than ever at the Toyota Far Freedom Sales Event. Drive home an all-new Tacoma for just $92 a month, a powerful Tundra for $177 a month, a stylish Camry for only $92 a month, or a versatile RAV4 for just $189 a month. Visit Toyota Far at 1625 West Interstate 2 in Far, shop online at toyotafar.com or call 956-815-2285.
Toyota Far, somos buena gente. Looking to upgrade your home? Then don't miss the Texas Home Show at Bird Ogden Arena in Edinburgh, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Meet 100-plus home improvement experts, compare real options, and take advantage of exclusive show-only deals. From kitchens and bathrooms to backyards, solar, and storage, whatever your project, you'll find the answers at the Texas Home Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Bird Ogden Arena in Edinburgh.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Tough talk from President Trump.
I want to give him every last chance before decapitation.
Warning Iran to start negotiations.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. may have a deal with Iran tomorrow to open the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran denies it is in negotiations with the U.S., but does say it is talking with Oman about moving ships through the strait. 7 vessels crossed today. 9 have made successful crossings yesterday.
Lauren Simonetti of the Fox Business Network. Democrats in Michigan at the polls choose between socialist Abdul El Sayed and establishment Congresswoman Hilly Stevens to face Republican Mike Rogers for the November opening for the U.S. Senate seat out of Michigan. An interim attorney General Todd Blanche could move one step closer to confirmation vote by the full Senate. America's listening to Fox News.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast. Mostly sunny, becoming windier today. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. Southeast winds at 12 to 25 miles an hour. Breezy this evening. Clear to partly cloudy and humid. The low into the lower 80s. The southeast wind still at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday, breezy, hot, plenty of sun. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. Mostly sunny, breezy in the afternoon with a thunderstorm possible Thursday. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Broadcasting from the Valley's commercial and fleet headquarters studio at PayneAutoGroup.com. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. The Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez. Rapid fire headlines.
Governor Greg Abbott is not tapping the brakes. Actually, he's kind of slamming the brakes right now on data centers. Wants an audit data centers. Any data center coming to Texas or with an application to set up in Texas, yeah, they need to provide their own water and their own power. And yes, the legislative session next year will be addressing that issue as well.
Governor Abbott directed the Public Utility Commission and ERCOT to conduct audits on all 2,000 data center applications currently in the system. It's an effort to make sure that they're all fully up on the latest requirements called for by Governor Abbott.
Any AI data center even thinking about coming here, they got to bring their own money, bring their own power, reuse their own water, and do it in a way that reduces the cost of electricity for residents across our state.
This comes after ERCOT spent months developing a new system of quickly approving large groups of data center applications called Batch Zero. Abbott's people are now telling me this new order puts Batch Zero on hold.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
As I made a quick mention of this headline moments back, at least 7 states have reported cyber attacks on water systems. FBI providing the information. Michigan, Minnesota, among the states that have seen more attacks on their systems. Back to Texas. Let's see here. In West Texas, work has begun on an enormous data center near El Paso.
The parent company of Facebook is building what some describe as an AI factory in El Paso, and backers say this will transform the West Texas town. Former El Paso Mayor DeMargo says the land being used was worthless.
When it's fully valued at the approximate amount at about $10 billion, it will double our commercial tax base.
He says the data centers are not sucking up water like some claim. Meta promised in a statement a partnership with nonprofits to support water restoration projects that boost water supply. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
Hemp shops in Texas are having to adjust to new legal realities as the laws change and were applied in Texas late last week.
Some stores held clearance sales before the July 31st deadline. Others are shifting towards CBD and compliant low-dose Delta-9 products. The state says consumable hemp products may contain no more than 0.3% Delta-9 THC by dry weight. Texas also requires buyers be at least 21 and has increased licensing, testing, and labeling requirements for the industry. Business owners warn the crackdown will cost jobs and tax revenue. Supporters argue that psychoactive products were being sold without enough oversight or consistent testing. Kristen Yates, News Talk 710 KURV.
Time is 9:40 on the Sergio Show. How to police AI is one of the big subjects at this week's Crime Against Kids conference taking place in North Texas.
Nearly 5,000 people are here this week. They've come from all 50 states and from more than a dozen countries as well.
We need this because we know that abuse happens everywhere. And especially now with AI and the internet and technology, we know that online child exploitation has greatly increased. And so our law enforcement, our prosecutors need to know how to work these cases to stop these crimes against kids.
That's Laura Ahrens with the Dallas Children's Advocacy Center. They're sponsoring the conference. While experts say this is all about learning new ways to catch predators, top priority should always be mom and dad monitoring a child's online activity.
Big tech and big business news. Amazon continues to increase in value after its market cap topped $3 trillion.
Shares hit a record high Monday, rising about 4% after the company reported their second quarter earnings, fueled by major growth in its cloud computing business and rising demand for artificial intelligence services. Amazon Web Services brought in more than $42 billion in revenue, beating Wall Street expectations and highlighting the continued AI boom across the tech industry. CEO Andy Jassy says Amazon plans to increase its spending on AI infrastructure, projecting capital investments could reach $220 billion this year as the company works to keep up with demand. I'm at Mattinson.
What do you get a name like that, Freddie? Jazzy, right? Andy Jazzy. I like that. Sergio Jazzy, right? And as I mentioned at the opening monologue, I love President Trump. Yes, I'm with him. Yes, he's imperfect. He's human. Such a silly statement. He's saying big oil's making too much money right now. Too much money. Well, the whole Iranian thing's complicating things, don't you think, Mr. President? I wonder if he would say something like this, real estate and aggressive takeovers of stocks and taking over companies. That's the market, man. He's out there being the populist.
When you look at one company where they made 12 times what they made the year before, they're going to give some of that back to the public. And they better cut the retail price, the consumer price. Too much money. You're surprised I'm saying it? I'll say it loud and clear. I'm not happy about it.
Oh, okay, so would you say the same when conditions are inverted? When there's no extra capital, and there's not enough money, forget the shareholders and just keep operations or exploration or research. Come on, Mr. President, come on. That's just silly. I was going to say leave the market alone, but he can't. he's got both hands and feet in it right now with the Iranian war. Mr. President, turn it into glass, please. Be done with it already. Chihuahuas and take Carg Island. Take what you need, man. Let's be done with it and get rid of all these crazy suicidal radicals. All right, time is 9:43. And let's go to the phone lines and let's pivot now. We got a family activity coming up, a family festival at a place I lovingly refer to as Connecticut Fried Chicken or Colorado Fried Chicken. What's another state? Yeah. Colorado, Connecticut. Maybe we'll have to think of that. It's actually Christian Fellowship Church Christian Fellowship Church this coming Saturday. We have the son of Zig Ziglar, Tom Ziglar, will be having a powwow with you if you'd like to stop by. So joining us on the line is Tom Ziglar. Tom, thank you. Welcome to the Sergio Show. Appreciate you joining us this Saturday as well. Tell folks a bit about yourself, how you pay the bills day to day, Tom.
Hey, Sergio, thanks for having me on. And I'm a blessed human. I get to carry on my father, Zig Ziglar's philosophy of you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And we do that through leadership development, personal development, sales. And now we're coming out again with the ICANN curriculum, which we're doing the ICANN Family Festival right there in McAllen, and that's what I'm coming down for. So it's for school kids. So we're excited about that, all about personal development and growth and what you really need to be successful.
Your father was known for so many years as a motivational speaker, helping out folks in business and salespeople as well. So this program on Saturday being for kids, if let's say, I don't know, a frustrated radio salesperson shows up with you to get some advice, would that person get some? Because I have a few here down the hall in radio sales and would like to speak with you as well.
Absolutely. You know, I'm kind of a nerd. I use AI all the time, and I asked AI a question. I said, you know, if 10 years from now, if AI and robotics could do most jobs better than humans could do, what should we start teaching our kids today in school?
Okay.
And the answer that it came back with was mindset, character, and purpose. And when you think about it, not only do our school kids need that, I mean, every human being needs that. If you're in sales, if you don't have the right mindset and the right character, you have no sustainability. So that's really what the ICANN program is all about. That's what the festival is about, is it's really focusing on what's essential.
It's taking place, this family festival, that Tom Ziglar, son of Zig Ziglar, he'll be participating in this family festival this weekend at Christian Fellowship Church, CFC. They're on Trenton. It's between Trenton and Bicentennial and McAllen. It is free. So I think, what is it, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock get together on Saturday? Did you see the poster on that one?
It starts, it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's going to be all kinds of activities.
Yeah.
And then we have face painting, and there's in the afternoon, we've got leadership and college prep going on at 10 a.m. So if your kids, you know, are thinking about where they want to go to school, there's going to be education there for that. Then we're going to have a talent show. I do my keynote at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's where we really get into how do we help our kids grow.
Mindset, character, and purpose. I get the first two. Purpose, though, define that for me. What is, when you say purpose, what do you mean, purpose?
Yeah, you know, so we all ask ourselves this question, you know, what's the point of all this? Why am I here? What do I want to do? And you hear often, hey, you know, follow your passion. Well, passion is something that you want for yourself. Purpose is when you look out and you ask yourself, you know, what problem can I solve? What difference can I make in somebody else's life? And of course, alignment, and this is what my father, Zig Ziglar, had so much, is he was able to align his purpose and his passion. In other words, what he wanted to do the most in the world helped other people at the same time. And so when we think about creating and producing a student who goes into society as somebody who makes a difference, what we really want is we want their passion and their purpose to align. And so one of the things that the ICANN program does is it helps identify with kids, hey, these are my gifts and talents, and this is how I can help my fellow man. Because at the end of the day, I think we all have the same purpose, and that is to help the person next to us.
Tom Ziglar is son of Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar, motivational speaker, author, helped so many people in business through the years. He's got this ICANN program for the What for the kids, which I was told by a friend is in thousands of schools. and has touched the lives of like about 1 million kids nationwide. So to me, that says you spend a lot of time on the road doing motivational speaking at schools as well.
Yeah, a little bit of history. ICANN is based on the book, see at the top. It came out 1974. The ICANN program really had the greatest impact in the 1980s. And so over 1 million students went through it. It was in over 5,000 schools. Now we're relaunching it. We're updating it, modernizing it. But the thing that's amazing to me is that the reason it kind of got pushed out of schools for a while was because of technology. More of the money went into how do I run a computer and how do I do this program. But now the reason it's coming back in is because the technology is doing things better than humans can do, except for the things it'll never be able to do, which is to have wisdom, which is to make decisions based on values and virtues, which is to build relationships. And so the essential of what we taught in the 80s and 90s is now even more essential today. I mean, we can just look at our kids and the challenges they face, and it's not because of lack of knowledge that they're not being successful. It's because of their direction. It's because of their mindset, their belief, and the way they treat each other, the values. And then what are they striving towards? Is there a higher calling or purpose that motivates and inspires them? So
yes,
that's
sir.
what it's about.
Yes, sir. Like I told them, both my boys, especially the older one, who definitely can absorb this and understand everything that you do it unto or for the Lord. Absolutely. It has purpose. That is precisely what should be driving you. It's funny how you say that it was technology that pretty much put this curriculum on the sideline. And now that we have cold-minded computers and technology, AI, mechanical things that have, really don't exhibit any character and have no purpose. Now it's the human workforce that is competing against machines that needs to focus on purpose, mindset, and character to be able to compete in the workforce and provide value.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I ask every audience, how many of you here today have done something you didn't think you could do because somebody else believed you could? This is why teachers are so important. This is why parents are so important. This is why leaders are so important, because we transfer our belief to those that we're leading or inspiring. And if you think about it, there's one thing that AI will never do, and that is AI will never believe in you. And that's where the human connection is. So AI is a great place for knowledge. It's a great place to save me time, to leverage my skills. But at the end of the day, the world revolves on relationships and how much we care for each other. And so that doesn't happen without values and virtues. And everything in the ICANN program is based on the values and virtues. And quite honestly, they all come out of God's word. But at the same time, we go into public schools with the curriculum and they love it because everybody likes it when you teach honesty and character and integrity and all these character qualities that make the world run smoothly.
Go meet Tom Ziegler this coming Saturday in McAllen at Christian Fellowship Church. It's CFC. You guys here in the McAllen, Edinburgh Mission area, you guys, we used to meet there on a regular basis, the GOP meetings there, the conventions. I love to refer to it as Colorado fried chicken, a CFC, Christian Fellowship Church, CFC Church on Trenton in McAllen. Go meet Tom Ziegler. 4 p.m. is when he gets to speak. You'll probably mingle there quite before that. But this family festival at CFC Church is at 9 a.m. on Saturday. This coming, and there'll be booths, plenty of booths and representatives in the community and games and presentations. And if, since it's, family and kids, there's going to be food there as well. Plenty of snacks and food. So stop by. It's free. It's at CFC Church, and Tom Ziegler will be there at 4 p.m. to give you a pep talk as we get ready to start another school year. Look at that. It's already back to school time. Tom, it's a pleasure. We wish you the best, and please keep in touch, brother. Hope you can come back to the Valley pretty soon.
All right.
Thank you,
I'm
friend.
looking forward to coming down.
Yes, sir.
We'll see everybody there.
Time is 9:53. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. This hour of the program is service of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, ChamberlainLTD.com.
Sign Depot, Sign Depot, Sign Depot.
That is so annoying. Promise me you'll stop.
I am promising the best prices in town at the Sign Depot USA. That's what I'm promising you. Yard signs under $3.
Yeah?
4x8 banners for $99.
No way.
4x8 campaign signs for under $18.
Nice.
Logos, wall murals, truck lettering, booster clubs, government signs, yada, yada, yada.
And you promise to never make another annoying commercial?
I never said that. Give us a call at 687-SIGN. That's 687-7446. Or visit us at SignDepotUSA.com.
Are you in the market for a new Toyota or pre-owned Toyota? Look no further than Toyota of Far. They have extensive selection of Toyota cars and Toyota trucks and Toyota SUVs, along with exceptional customer service every step of the way. Number to call, 956-815-2285.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
Got about 4 minutes left in this hour of the program. The Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. Let me make sure this thing is off and this thing is on. I got a couple of minutes here I want to share with you. Let me go early on this. I was going to share with you this next hour. Check this out. This is Aaron Rodgers. And, well, every now and then, it's like Uncle Jim Hearn would say, every now and then, what does he say? A blind hog will find an acorn sometime. Well, here's ESPN with a gem of a segment. And Aaron Rodgers is being Aaron Rodgers. Man, he went ballistic on Dr. Fauci. You got the computer on, Freddie? Here we go.
A couple times today, because you've been very open about coming back for this year, last rodeo, and you talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta love that guy. Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
It's back, baby. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You
times.
got a pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House? What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
baby.
And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding? Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard
I
anything.
bet they didn't.
But on that note,
Then there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your cap? Did your network spend on that?
I wish
How much time did you spend?
This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci? Yeah. Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and science.
Hold on now.
Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous. You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note,
what are you going to say about me now?
Debate him,
What are you going to say about me
no,
now?
I got no debate here. You had a 500.
No, seriously, what are they going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now?
I will let you know. It's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last
It's
couple.
been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times. I thought you had a pardon there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay, we have 4 minutes until the heart out.
Yeah, I got 4 more minutes in it. We can keep this shit going. We can keep it going. I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay.
Attaboy. Man, he clamped down that sucker. He would not let go. He caught it by the throat, and he was, oh, man, that's beautiful. Not everything on ESPN is awful. That was marvelous. All right. We got Astros baseball tonight. 6:40 is the broadcast. They're at home against the Blue Jays. The Astros wound up picking up a Blue Jay. I don't remember the dude's name. It's just, I guess he's batting okay. I saw the reaction on social media on the Astros Nation. Everybody's just, thank you, Freddie. Everybody's just upset with a GM. They did show one clip of this boy, whatever his name is, the guy from the Blue Jays who came over to the Astros. But by the way, Aaron Getty, the pitcher, that dude, he's a young arm. He did really, really well. Aaron Getty, Mr. Spaghetti. And I say that because that ball of his would like noodle all the way to home plate. When Aaron Getty was on fire, that dude, he was really, really good. He's been sucking wind the past several outings for the Astros. This outfielder they picked up from the Blue Jays, they were playing one cut of him. He was running back to the back fence to catch a ball. He fell, flipped. He wound up getting in, and he caught the ball backhanded. That's one of the Blue Jays. So he's a Gold Glove material. So anyway, Astros tonight. Go Astros. They got to keep on winning. This is KURV Edinburgh. It's 10 o'clock.
History is unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.
Democrats are not happy at the Senate. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Today, I think, is a sad and embarrassing day.
Sheldon Whitehouse and other Democrats on the Judiciary Committee will soon be outvoted on advancing acting Attorney General Todd Blanche's nomination to the full Senate.
Probably the most discreditable person ever to seek the office of Attorney General of the United States.
Republicans have praised Blanche for crackdowns on crime and immigration enforcement, and 2 GOP senators who threatened to vote against him now support Blanche, including John Cornyn.
I asked for written assurances that clarifies the scope of the parties to the IRS audit agreement and that permanently ends the weaponization fund.
Though President Trump still supports that fund and may try to bring it back, compensating those who claim they were politically prosecuted by the government. They're voting in primaries in 5 states, with a Senate race in Michigan getting the most attention.
Abdul El Sayed rejects the socialist label, but he is the candidate of choice of the DSA in Michigan's Senate race. He wants to abolish ICE, cut off U.S. aid to Israel, and has made Medicare for All one of his signature campaign issues. Congresswoman Haley Stevens is the moderate establishment-backed candidate, and one of her main arguments on the campaign trail has been that she has never lost a race to a Republican, and she gives Democrats the best shot at holding on to Michigan's Senate seat.
And that's Fox's Garrett Tenney. In Detroit, oil prices are falling again as stocks surge again. The Dow hit an all-time high. Reacting to this development, Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti details trying to end the Iran conflict.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. may have a deal with Iran tomorrow to open the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran denies it is in negotiations with the U.S., but does say it is talking with Oman about moving ships through the strait.
However, there are reports 2 more ships were attacked in the strait today. One caught fire and a crew member went missing. America's listening to Fox News.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
A woman is behind bars in Arkansas, accused of plotting to shoot up a school, but the plans were thwarted.
Police in Greenbrier, Arkansas say 21-year-old Abilene Omanza, a former student at Greenbrier Elementary, wrote in her alleged plans on Discord. to carry out a mass shooting at the school. The FBI flagged the messages. Police say Almanza planned on stealing weapons from a relative's home as part of the now thwarted plot. That Almanza targeted the school, saying that that's where she was bullied as a kid. We're told parents were just notified about the alleged plot, even though an arrest was made last month. Almanza is now charged with threatening to commit a mass shooting at a school and currently being held on $1 million bond. She's due in court next week. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
A man's in jail in Washington state accused of setting one of the wildfires devastating the Spokane area.
37-year-old Aaron Farinacci, a Spokane resident, he's charged with first-degree arson.
Fox's Sarah Allegre is out standing near what used to be houses, now ashes and rubble.
Everything is completely destroyed. Fire crews since working to fully contain now 3 active wildfires burning here in Spokane. Between the Old Trail, Autumn Lane, and Fairview fires, more than 10,000 acres have been burned with 0% containment. In total, over 700 plus structures been destroyed, and nearly 70,000 people have since been forced to leave their homes.
In a wildfire disaster in Europe, a different kind of danger.
Officials in the village of Le Porge in the south of France say 400 unexploded shells and munitions have been uncovered by wildfires. Blasts during the fires, at first thought to be gas cylinders, may have been World War II explosives detonating in the heat. The local mayor likened more than 100 blasts on the second night of the fire to the sound of war.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Again on Wall Street, big gains. The Dow's up 800 points, hitting a new record today. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast. Mostly sunny, becoming windier today. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. Southeast winds at 12 to 25 miles an hour. Breezy this evening. Clear to partly cloudy and humid. The low into the lower 80s. The southeast wind still at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday, breezy, hot, plenty of sun. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. Mostly sunny, breezy in the afternoon with a thunderstorm possible Thursday. Highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Hurricane season is here, and the time to prepare is now. News Talk 710 KURV is your home for tropical coverage 2026. We'll bring you the latest information you'll need to help you prepare should a tropical storm or hurricane develop, with trusted resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, plus direct updates from local authorities. Be ready, be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2026 is powered by Lee's Pharmacy, Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and the Omar Ochoa Law Firm. Broadcasting from the Valley's commercial and fleet headquarters studio at PayneAutoGroup.com. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. From the Radio United Broadcast Center, this is the Sergio Show. Talking about the news headlines and topics that affect you. And now, the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez.
Hour 2 of the Tuesday edition of the Sergio Show on 710 KURV. I'm your host, Sergio Sanchez, show producer, Fred Coos. Got some audio for you, Freddie. You might want to turn on the computer again. So it's another election day. They've got primary elections in several states. One of them was Virginia. They've got, let's see. Also, Michigan. There's this dude. His name is Abdul El Sayed. I think his roots, or I think they would say in Michigan, they would say roots, right? Or is it Minnesota? Would say roots. They're Egyptian. I think he's American-born son of Egyptians. Well, he's very much on the left.
I look forward to pushing forward legislation that would preempt localities from participating with ICE and using their local resources to do the same. Beyond that, we've also got to make sure that in this state, we are not discriminating by documentation status. Right now, if you're undocumented, you don't get access to a driver's license. So you're stuck. You don't get access to a lot of the basic things the state offers everybody else. And I think that's ridiculous. And so
that was, by the way, if I read this right, that was posted like 8 years ago. He has not changed his point of view. He's running for U.S. Senate, nomination U.S. Senate in the state of Michigan. And if he clears this hurdle on the nomination, he will be the Democrat nominee for Senate in D.C. You've heard it all before. Border Patrol, anti-ICE, anti-border security, anti-immigration law. And yeah, why discriminate against the folks who are in the country illegally? No, let's just coddle. Let's just underwrite and subsidize all this criminal activity. So what? You pay for it, you get more of it. So that's Mr. Abdul El Sayed up in the state of Michigan, just one of the candidates on the ballot for today. Other cute little audio that I found online. Let's see here. This is Beat Beat, former transportation secretary. Beat Beat, Booty Judge, saying America needs higher taxes, and he's out there working the podcast. He's working the political podcast, all the lefty podcasts, because if you didn't hear about a month ago or so, Beat Beat, I do that because he's the transportation secretary. Booty Judge, he'd like to run for president.
And mouse, right? Whenever we figure out a way to make sure you can't hide all of your wealth from or all of your income from being fairly taxed, very wealthy people will figure out some other place to hide it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to develop a new policy to deal with that. But I guess my point is that's okay. Too often we have just hesitated to do anything, refused to do anything because it might be hard or because it might not last.
Yeah.
But if the idea that somebody will figure out a way around this law meant that you shouldn't have the law, that would be an argument against having any law.
Mm-hmm.
So it's messy. It's hard. But I am sure that if we had a more reasonable rate of taxation on capital gains and on corporate income, and if we made it harder to pass along wealth without, especially inherited wealth, without paying any taxes
Oh my
on it,
goodness.
or some of these other maneuvers like this borrowing thing you're talking about, we would have a fairer country because we'd still have capitalism.
My goodness. Yeah. Just keep eating the golden goose. How much is fair share? Which I just find this. How much is fair share? How much of what you make is enough to satiate the lust, the ravaging hunger of those who worship at the altar of the state and believe that the state is the only organization that makes the best decisions for individuals, for society, for families, for companies, for everything. This is the mindset that is dangerous. Some people complain that the Democrat socialists, the DSA group, like all these, you got a bunch of Democrats who are complaining these days that the DSA, the Democrat socialists are taking over and we push back. You know what? I would say that the roots of these Democrat socialists, the seeds of that you planted all the way back, for many years, this is the mindset of the Democrats. This fair share notion, this idea that the state, the government is the best use of public resources and capital, the best distributor of public wealth. We have known, those of us who have been paying attention realize it is the least effective, the least efficient, the most corrupt. There are multiple, whether it's at the local level, it could be a district for schools, a district for water. Anyone who gets within the system can manipulate the system. I'm talking about government system, can manipulate the system for their own benefit. And because voters are generally not paying attention, you have individuals that enter, for example, could be why is it that people pay thousands of dollars for a job that is a volunteer gig at a school district or a water district or any other, put district on there, like public utility or anything that handles contracts, multi-million, maybe multi-billion-dollar budgets. There are people who have entered at local level, and this happens at state level, it happens at national level, from the local guy who works at a public utility board for several years, who gets elected. Hardly anybody votes, but he gets the votes. He gets the compadres. He gets the family members to vote, put him on a seat at a public utility board. And at PUB, as an example, or at a school district, as an example, they know the properties that they want in the future. They know where the water plant needs to go. They need to know where the pipes need to go. They know where the city is going. And they start, through El Primo or El Tío, or they themselves will start sopping up land. Because they know that land in 5 to 10 years, as the city grows or the school district grows, we're going to need that land for a school. We're going to need that land for a new campus or that land for the pipes that go through there. And they're just making money hand over fist, hand over fist. And you get a certain amount of zeros after the one that they receive. Or in Washington, D.C., where they know the rules, the regulations, the laws that will negatively or positively affect anyone in industry. Could be pharma, could be agriculture, it could be defense related, and all, everybody who feeds into defense and provides molded, sculpted metals and plastics and wires and all that, they know where to invest. That's what we got. Individuals who make $175,000 a year in Congress, and years later they wind up leaving as millionaires because they know precisely where to put their money, where to invest. Back to Pete Buttigieg, who advocates for everything government. He worships at the altar of government. What is fair share? What is enough? Define that for us. No one can define what is enough, what is fair share. Nothing works better in society than the market, than an individual, than freedom, than talents and hard work by individuals who can provide for the market either something that they need right now or something that they don't know they need and they want. For example, like Apple, iPhones, smartphones. 2007 was a year that these iPhones and smartphones came to market. We didn't know we needed them. We didn't know we couldn't live without them until they were invented by individuals, by folks who saw an opportunity to improve communications, improve electronics, and create the latest gadgets. That's the market. That's not government. Apple did not branch off from the government. Apple was not created by the government. Apple is just a bunch of investors, people with an idea, like many other industries, whether it's pharmaceuticals, they have a new laboratory product to provide to the market where there's demand. Vehicles, everything else. That's why I told you last hour, I found the comments from President Trump so, I wish not to use more insulting language, but I called it silly. I just found it downright stupid. President Trump saying that big oil has made too much money. Is it too much money from the lack of supply right now, and they need to give it back to society? How is that any different from Pete Buttigieg saying that we need better distribution of public assets, of public wealth, of corporations, and fair taxation? I love Donald Trump. I'll vote for him again in his fifth election. I love him. He's not perfect. What he said about giving back oil wealth from the conditions that we're in, the lack of supply, that's just damn stupid. I said silly last hour. It's just damn stupid. Would he do the same for real estate, the business that he's in, or any other business venture? No. That's populist. That's just damn stupid. Anyway, is he on the line? Yeah, I heard the phone ring. All right, 10:16, the Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. Jared Halpern for Fox News up in D.C. Hey, let me start there from what he said about big oil giving money back. He's just playing the populist and trying to keep his poll numbers up, right? Or did anybody react to what he said about big oil giving some money back and the big profits they're making right now because of the supply and demand issue as a result of war that's taking place?
Well, it's not the first time I don't think there was a lot of surprise because it's not the first time over the last 10 years that he's expressed this kind of sentiment, right? He is an economic populist, and he has in the past talked about these companies making too much money, that he thinks gas prices should be lower. He has talked about working with the Justice Department, working with states to see if anybody is taking advantage of consumers or price gouging. I don't believe that he thinks that prices came down fast enough during the first pause, the first ceasefire with Iran. So we've heard this sentiment before. He was a little bit more direct, I think, yesterday, kind of reacting specifically to this question about the record-setting profits for Chevron and ExxonMobil. Chevron in particular, Exxon in particular, are working with the administration in Venezuela to restart that production, to restart that infrastructure. And again, I think from President Trump's point of view, everything's a deal, right? And he thinks that if he allowed these countries into Venezuela, then they should cut a break here for consumers. But the price of gas is a global market, right? Oil prices are a global index, and we have seen those prices go back up as you have seen new attacks on commercial vessels. If this new deal that the president says may be emerging happens, I'm sure oil prices will go down, but it will take time for supplies to kind of get back into the market and gas prices to fall. But I think there is a level of frustration, certainly from the administration, certainly from the president. The gas is over $4 a gallon now, less than 100 days from the midterm elections.
I spoke with Jonathan Savage in London. We were covering a little bit of this earlier, and the gist of just looking at it from a distance, I think people are just getting used to the conflict. Oil has not climbed above $100 a barrel, hasn't climbed over $90 a barrel for many, many days, despite the on and off and on conflicts taking place in the Middle East. I want to get your report real quick on the loyalties. Donald Trump it's a very unique creature. Jeanine Pirro, one of his biggest cheerleaders, she got slammed by President Trump because I think she dropped the case on the reflecting pool vandalism that President Trump is convinced it was vandalism. And anyway, so what happened there?
Well, she was here at the White House after the president lashed out at her. It would appear that she remained in her job. But again, it shows kind of the norm busting of President Trump. It is unusual for presidents to get involved on prosecutorial decisions of U.S. attorneys. In fact, there have been mass resignations when there were thoughts that presidents were getting too close to the Justice Department or too close to influencing decisions of U.S. attorneys. And in this case, it wasn't just a decision that Jeanine Pirro made willy-nilly. Her office, the U.S. Attorney's Office here in D.C., put forward a 20-plus page filing to the judge and said, here's all of the reasons why this case needs to be dismissed, why we want this indictment to be dismissed. We found a lot of new evidence that finally was handed over by the Interior Department. They accused the Interior Department of trickling information, of slow-rolling information, and eventually said that all of the information they have is clear, that this was caused, in their view, by a rushed and botched job by a contractor, and it was not vandalism that caused this peeling at the reflecting pool.
Yeah.
And the other part of this as well is if prosecutors move forward with a case that the evidence would show they can't win, there can be sanctions. So this is about more than just Jeanine Pirro's job. I mean, you can lose your law license in some severe cases, right? So they have to make decisions based on the law, based on the evidence, and based on kind of what processes are in place for federal prosecutors. Yeah. President Trump certainly can share his opinion, but right now, the information and the evidence does not back what President Trump is saying about this case.
Jared, thanks for the call, brother. Jared Halpern for Fox News up in D.C. Time is 10:21. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. This hour of the program is service of South Texas Buick GMC. Big thank you as well to Lone Star National Bank.
Coming up after the Sergio Show, stay tuned for the Dana Lash Show starting at 11, followed by the Brian Kilmeade Show at 2 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app.
This segment brought to you by City of McAllen. Refresh 50/50.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-500-8585. That's 800-500-8585. 800-500-8585.
Back to Drive has officially arrived at South Texas Buick GMC. Drive home in a new GMC Sierra for just $330 a month, or enjoy a stylish Buick Encore GX starting at only $190 a month. Plus, take thousands of dollars off on selected GMC and Buick models. Visit SouthTexasGMC.com or call 661-5000. Celebrating over 20 years with you. Sherry Road exit between McAllen and Mission. South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
The 710 KURV People Poll made possible by Total Imaging Solutions. Their customers have 99.3% of problems fixed within 4 hours.
It's the premier regional event connecting homeowners with trusted businesses, the Texas Home Show, August 7th, 8th, and 9th at Burt Ogden Arena. KURV will be there to kick things off August 7th, 9 to 11 a.m. So join us, Burt Ogden Arena, for the Texas Home Show starting August 7th.
News, weather, your information station. This is News Talk 710 KURV.
Time is 10:24, the Tuesday edition, hour 2, the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV, your station for tropical coverage 2026 in the event that we actually see any storm threaten the area. I know it's going to be, they say it's going to be a slow tropical season. Okay, but if we do, it only takes one. And if one storm threatens the area, well, of course, we'll be on the line with emergency management, the folks who make decisions on evacuating this, that, and the other, Willacy County Judge, Cameron County Judge, Hidalgo County, all that stuff. So join us for Tropical Coverage 2026. Big thank you to our many supporters this year. Thank you to Lee's Pharmacy. Big thanks to Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and our mayor over here, Mayor Omar Ochoa, the Omar Ochoa Law Firm. Let me go to our family in Brownsville. So on the line is from Horizon Health is Jason Wallace. He's CEO of Horizon Health. Jason, welcome to the program. Tell folks a bit about your operation in Brownsville.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
I'm the CEO at New Horizon Health Center in Brownsville. We have 4 locations, 3 in Brownsville and 1 in Laguna Vista. And next month, we'll be opening a location in Rio Hondo. We're super excited about that. But we are a community health center that is designed to care for the community in every way possible, providing comprehensive health care, regardless of a patient's insurance status, ability to pay, or income. So we're proud about the work that we do and the way that we're able to impact the well-being of the Brownsville and surrounding communities.
Okay. So I understand you also help out with some resources, clothing, shoes, hygiene products, things like that. Would you describe New Horizon Healthcare as a primary health center or more of a urgent care health center, or how would you describe New Horizon Health Center?
Yeah, great question. We are a primary healthcare system.
Okay.
We have a few specialists that work for us as well, but yes, we are designed to keep people healthy. We're designed to provide preventive, comprehensive primary care on an ongoing basis. We provide a broad continuum of care that includes adult medicine, pediatrics, women's health, dental, behavioral health services, vision care, pharmacy services, laboratory services, and preventive care and chronic disease management is what we specialize.
This is not an endorsed or paid for segment. You guys driving around saying, oh, Serge talking with another. I'm not talking to a client right now. The reason that I'm bringing New Horizon Health on the program, and my guest is CEO Jason Wallace. I guess they provide primary care, yes, in Cameron County, closer to the coast. They recently did a survey. My understanding is that this is from a press release. They did a survey about 3,000 patients. Were they all in the area Jason, that you talked about 3,000 people in the area, and you were finding a way to provide better healthcare and services. Was it 3,000 here in Cameron County?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. We survey our patients constantly because we have to be an organization that's responsive to the community's needs. One of the things that we uncovered as we were really trying to assess what our patients needed outside of primary care services was we thought the initial feedback would be that transportation was the number one issue. But we, surprisingly, our patients told us it was about the need for clothing. So in response to that, we created a care closet where we have clothes that our patients now are able to go into this closet and pick out what they need or their family members need. So we're just trying to continue to be that bridge between happiness, well-being, and being healthy.
Going back, when you were saying clothing, that was the number one. First thing I thought was back to school shopping. Yeah, we need some trapitos for the kids as well. So how often do you do this outreach, this affordable closet? How do you provide this to the community? How often do you do that?
Well, we're constantly surveying our community, whether it's based on what their needs are specifically, so that we can collectively aggregate that data and create change. We can't necessarily be all things to everyone, but we certainly have the power to partner with other organizations that are out there that collectively we can build that network to be able to take care of everyone's needs.
That's wonderful.
So sometimes we provide that care in response to them directly, and sometimes it's through building collaborations and great partnerships around the community.
Kudos to you and your crew at New Horizon Health for being so proactive and providing services that, I need to say it, frankly, the church or the body of Christ or the parishes, they're the ones who need to be providing that, but you're trying to find those relationships. Look, another reason I called you on the radio for today, live, is to shine a light on the legislative roundtable. You want to have a discussion with some reps and some folks, and you're inviting folks to have that sit down with some of the reps. So tell me about that gathering taking place tomorrow.
Absolutely. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, we will be hosting Aaron Gomez and Janie Lopez in our building for a roundtable discussion about all things related to how the legislation that is coming down both at the state and the federal level impacts not only our ability to provide care and have long-term sustainability, but how those changes ultimately impact the patients that we serve. So we're going to talk about some of the hottest issues that are out there right now in terms of the legislature, which is things like our 340B pharmacy funding, which allows us to buy drugs at a discounted price and then pass those savings on to our patients, the Medicaid redetermination challenges that are going on right now, the workforce challenges, and how the state could help us continue to provide funding that helps us recruit and keep talented doctors and nurse practitioners and nurses, and just the continued support for behavioral health service expansion. So just a lot of different things on the docket that we're going to talk about, and I can't wait to engage with both of them to hear their feedback.
You have a couple of state representatives that you'll have a powwow, and you're inviting the public to participate. New Horizons Health Center, New Horizon Health Center, 191 East Price in Brownsville, 8 in the morning. I'm sure there'll be like little muffins and little breakfast things and some juice there as well.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and meet. I hope I didn't put you on the line for that. Aaron.
No, we already planned. We have coffee and
there we go.
Sweet bread and healthy stuff as well.
There we go. It's a sweet bread that we consume first. They'll leave all the celery sticks there. Aaron Garza, Democrat, Brownsville, District 38. Jenny Lopez, Republican, District 36. if I remember correctly. 2 state reps. Final question for you.
38.
38. What would you like the state legislature, since these are 2 state representatives and you're having that conversation about healthcare and the different programs that are available, what would you like Austin to do to provide or make easy providing better healthcare in our community here in the Valley?
First and foremost is to help us protect the savings that we generate from our 340B pharmacy program. By far, most community health centers around the country, and there are 1,800 of us, we are able to exist and have long-term sustainability because we are able to have a in-house pharmacy that we're able to buy those drugs at a extremely discounted price and then pass those savings on to our patients. That's number one. Secondly to that would be helping to facilitate the credentialing with Medicaid. When we hire a new provider, it oftentimes takes 6 to 8 months before that provider can start billing, and we get paid for the services that provider is providing by Medicaid and Medicare. So that's very difficult pill for all of community health centers to have to swallow. And then lastly is just continue to keep our funding bipartisan. And we need that bipartisan support to continue. It has been that way for 60 years almost. So we just need that to continue and not make healthcare in this respect a partisan issue. We believe that everyone has the right to be happy and have health and well-being, and we are here to provide that as best we can.
Jason, thank you for calling us today. We wish you continued success. Thank you for being proactive and engaging the community, having these conversations, and yes, continually getting information from the folks that you serve to see where we need to go on all this. That's Jason Wallace. He's CEO of New Horizon Healthcare. And again, the powwow taking place tomorrow over at their clinic on East Price in Brownsville at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hope you can stop by and visit with State Representatives Aaron and Janie. That's Janie Lopez. And it's Aaron. I forgot her last name.
Gomez.
That's right. Aaron Gomez from Brownsville. We seldom get to speak with her. But yeah, you can meet her tomorrow, Aaron and Janie as well. Thank you, Jason. Be well. Keep in touch.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Time is 10:36. The Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. This hour of the program, a service of South Texas Buick GMC and Lone Star National Bank.
Summer is almost over, but your chance to become a millionaire isn't. Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant has already made 2 Lucky Rewards Club members millionaires this summer. And there's still $1 million prize left. Is it yours? Your final chance to bring home $1 million cash is on August 22nd. So play with your Rewards Club card to earn entries for the grand finale drawing. Get away to it all at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant, where millionaires are made.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com.